The dark truth about reselling AirPods replicas. Reselling fake AirPods became really famous. I would even say that it is a trend among resellers in the past few years, and a big amount of people got scammed. You may have probably tried to resell fake AirPods yourself, so you are familiar with the things I am going to talk about here. Today, I want to tell you why you shouldn't even try to resell fake AirPods and why is it so risky and also very illegal. Like, have you ever wondered why the people who make so much money reselling them on TikTok never show their faces? Yes, because of how illegal it is. I will explain to you everything you need to know and even what would happen if you got caught. If you will find this video helpful, like this video, or even better, give me a subscribe. I never resold any fake AirPods, but I have some experience with the people who were trying to sell the fakes to me, and I did some research on the internet to bring the most value to this video. So let's get into it. Before we get further in the video, let me know in the comments, have you ever come across fake AirPods? If yes, share some stories with us. First, let's talk about why this business isn't working anymore. There may be some exceptions. When it started, people weren't aware of the fact that there are people who sell fake AirPods. So they were easy to fool and they bought the AirPods without even checking if they were real. But now, probably even your grandmother would check everything before buying the AirPods. Also, there are not much places where you can sell fake AirPods for a long time. For example, on Vinted, you get banned easily, and I told this story in some of my past videos, but it's just perfect for this one too. I knew a guy that bought AirPods from someone on Vinted without knowing they were fake. When they arrived, he checked them and found out the truth. That he was scammed and the seller even blocked him. Fortunately, this story has a great ending because the Vinted support let the buyer have the AirPods and even returned his money to him. So even if you possibly could sell few of them, there will come a time when someone will notice what you're selling is fake and they will get you banned. Of course, there are other ways to sell your fakes, like Instagram, eBay, and other platforms. In my opinion, you don't want to sell fakes to anyone near you or to someone who knows you because you don't want to be known as the guy who sells fakes and lies. Of course, you can sell them as replicas, but who would want fake AirPods? The material the real AirPods are made from is just much smoother than the replicas one. Now let's talk who actually gets scammed here. I have seen numerous videos of people making so much money on, for example, Vinted. A lot. And all these people were saying in the video that if you also want to start reselling AirPods, to text them and they will give you, for example, a free ebook where they will tell you how to start and everything. But you know what they were actually telling you in the ebooks? They all had their own website where you could buy all the replicas to resell. Sometimes, which is really disgusting, sometimes they were even faking videos where they show how much money they made. Yes, you may have made like $50,000 from selling these AirPods, but not from actually reselling them to customers, but from selling them to people who were just trying to sell them for a profit. And many people couldn't even sell them for a profit, and they got banned on platforms for selling fakes, because you can't convince the support that you're selling real ones when you don't have an invoice. And there comes the worst thing you as a desperate reseller could do. To fake the invoice in some program and make it look like you bought it in some electronics store, because that is just so illegal. And now let's actually talk about how illegal it is to sell these fake AirPods. Why reselling fake AirPods is illegal and why you should avoid it. Now I'm gonna tell you what all can happen to you and how much illegal it actually is. Much more than you thought. First, let's define what we're talking about. Fake AirPods are designed to look exactly like Apple's AirPods but are manufactured by third-party companies without Apple's approval. These products often copy Apple's design, packaging, and even their branding, which is where the legal issues start. Trademark infringement. One of the biggest reasons why selling fake AirPods is illegal is trademark infringement. Apple owns the AirPods name, logo, and design as part of its intellectual property. If you're selling a product that looks like AirPods and is marked as AirPods or something deceptively similar like iAirpods or AirPod Pros, you're violating Apple's trademarks and you don't want to mess with Apple. Let's hear a real-world example. In 2020, US Customs and Border Protection seized thousands of counterfeit AirPods, and the people selling them faced heavy fines and legal consequences. Companies like Apple don't take this lightly. Copyright infringement. Copyright is another huge issue. Apple spends millions of dollars developing its designs, software, and packaging. When fake AirPods copy not just the look, but also the packaging and software interface, that's a copyright violation. Selling these products could lead to a lawsuit from Apple or a takedown if you're selling them online. Consumer protection laws. Even if you're not outright claiming they're real AirPods, selling knockoffs can still get you into legal trouble under consumer protection laws. Why? Because even if you tell people they're replicas, you're still selling a product that fails to meet safety and quality standards. Big issue is that fake AirPods often use low-quality batteries, which can overheat, explode, or cause hearing damage. If someone gets hurt using a pair you sold, you could be held personally liable for damages. We all probably heard of the earphone that exploded in some girl's ear. Customs and import laws. Many fake AirPods come from China or other countries where counterfeits are produced cheaply. If you're importing them in bulk, you could be violating customs and import laws. Governments are cracking down on counterfeit goods, and if customs catches a shipment in your name, you could face seizures, fines, or even criminal charges. Example, in 2021, US Customs seized over 360,000 counterfeit Apple products worth over $62 million. Those responsible face federal charges, but you probably only have like tens of them at a time. Fraud and online marketplace bans. If you try to sell fake AirPods on platforms like eBay, Amazon, or Facebook Marketplace, you risk getting banned. These platforms have strict policies against counterfeit goods, and if you get caught, your seller account could be permanently shut down. Even worse, if a customer reports you for fraud, you could face PayPal chargebacks, lawsuits, or even criminal charges for knowingly selling counterfeit goods. Now, you might think, what happens if you get caught? Here are some real consequences. Fines. You could face thousands of dollars in fines for selling counterfeit goods. Legal action. Apple or the government could sue you for damages. Criminal charges. In some countries, selling counterfeits is a felony, leading to jail time. Seizure of products. If customs or law enforcement finds out that they can confiscate your entire stock, meaning you lose everything. Real case, in 2022, a man in the UK was arrested for selling fake AirPods and he faced serious criminal charges. So instead of risking fines, bans, and jail time, here are some legal ways to make money reselling tech. Flipping real Apple products. People don't trust the sellers these days, so I would focus on iPhones rather than on AirPods. If you are serious with starting reselling, you can watch my other YouTube videos where I share my experience as a vintage reseller. I recommend you to start reselling clothing from thrift stores. At the end of the day, reselling real tech is a much safer and more profitable option. Selling fake AirPods isn't worth the risk. Not only could you get sued, banned, or even worse arrested, but you could also damage your reputation as a reseller. And also, it's not even that working as the people who are trying to tell you the AirPods is, because no one wants the AirPods today. That's all, and see you in the next video.